How many times have you said, I'm going to finish writing this blog post in 30 minutes, and it ends up taking all day long? You end up completely frustrated with yourself, you blame it on yourself. What if you had the magic secret to estimating how long a blog post or social media post actually will take you, so you don't have to feel behind and flustered ever again? In this video, I'm going to give you the magic secret that you're looking for when it comes to estimating how long things will take for tasks in your business. Are you ready? If this is your first time here, hi, I'm Becca Rich. I am a holistic time management coach. I help entrepreneurs spend their time and energy intentionally so they can really have it all: a successful business, time freedom, and feeling fulfilled internally at the end of the day. So let's just get right into it. First, it's super important to just become aware of if this problem is happening to you, if things take way longer than you want them to. It's important to become aware of how you spend your time and what you end up spending your time on before estimating how long things will take you. When you're not paying attention to how long writing that blog post, scheduling out content for your Instagram or Facebook, interacting with potential clients, then you're going to continue to be unrealistic about what you put on your to-do list and your output in your business, which is really the real reason you feel behind and scattered and overwhelmed. Without becoming aware of how you spend your time, you're going to continue to think that you can send an email newsletter every single week and post every single day on Instagram and Facebook and still have time to polish your offer and attract clients and do all of the other things that actually make your business a business. And how to do that, I would say simple activity: get a time tracker app, get a piece of paper, get an Excel spreadsheet going, whatever fuels your fire. Just pay attention to how long things take you in your business for a week or two. The next thing I want to ask you is, are you taking the time to estimate how long things will take you? For example, a blog post. Are you putting that into consideration when you are making a to-do list? Or are you flying by the seat of your pants thinking that you can finish 8 things on your to-do list today when in reality each of them take hours to get done? If you're saying, Becca, I don't know how to estimate how long things will take me, that's why we go back to just becoming aware and keeping track of how long these tasks take you on a normal basis, and then you'll have a better idea of it. But I'm going to share with you next some things that you can do to estimate now without taking the time to track and analyze your time over a span of a week or two. But I want to flip that question on its head. So instead of asking how long that, I always come back to blog posts, but how long will that blog post take me? Is how long do I want to spend on that blog post? How long do you want to spend on that task? And when you flip that question on your head, you can't say, I don't know anymore. You have to get specific. Do you want to spend 8 hours on one blog post? Do you want to spend hours, days, weeks, months, maybe years on a task? No, probably not. You want to get things done efficiently, effectively, so you can continue to grow your business. But things are going to take days, weeks, months, maybe even years if you are continuing to pile on more and more and more on your to-do list without estimating how long you want to spend on them. This is where I share with you my magic trick. After I became more aware of how long things were taking me, I did the whole time tracking activity, I realized that things took me about 1.5 or 2 times as long as I wanted to spend on them, or how long I thought they should take, thanks to my engineering brain. So when I'm planning my week, I write my to-do list just like you probably do, and then next to each task, I write how long I want to spend on each thing, and then I multiply it by 1.5 or 2. So coming back to the writing the blog post, I don't really like writing blog posts at all. They take me way too long, which is why I'm doing the YouTube videos, which is a whole different discussion. But I want you to estimate, how long do you think writing a blog post will take you? And then multiply it by 1.5 or 2. Or for me, for example, since I do YouTube videos, I would love to script a month's worth of videos in an hour. But I think that that is a lofty goal. It still takes me a little bit longer than 4 videos in an hour, so I'll multiply it by 2. And so I schedule in my calendar 2 hours to script my YouTube videos for the next month. So this little trick will help you for sure estimate how long things will actually take you, so you don't have to feel shame about not getting everything done and being super unrealistic about your to-do list. But again, this is super individualized, so I want to encourage you to go back to the exercise of tracking your time, and maybe writing a blog post or scripting YouTube videos will take you 3 times as much, 3.5 when you're just starting out. And there's nothing wrong with that. Get caught up with this like capitalist productivity, like churn, work kind of mindset or mode, and that's not the case. When you're starting your own business, you're learning a ton of new things on the daily. Your brain is on overdrive, and so when things take a little bit longer, it's okay. You just want to estimate realistically so you don't stress yourself out and think that you should be doing more, when in reality, we're learning. We're getting amazing work done on the time frame that we can. But this leads me into the next topic, which is the perfectionist procrastination cycle. They are super connected, or you just might have one or the other. But it's really important to talk about this when it comes to estimating how long things will actually take you. And I'm bringing this up because it's a huge cycle that I see with my clients. And while these two topics can be talked about in completely individual videos of themselves about going into why they're there and how to fix them and all of that, I'm just bringing this up today because they come into play when you are estimating how long things will take you. If you're spending hours writing something because you're a perfectionist and you're pouring all of your heart and energy and soul into this thing, then you probably are experiencing some sort of perfectionism, and you probably want to add that into your magic trick, right? 3.5, 4 times as much. Unless, you know, you do the work to figure out why perfectionist tendencies are coming out. Same thing with procrastination. If you tend to put things off and off and off, and you don't end up starting until like an hour or 2 later, then maybe add that in the time that it takes so you know what you are spending your 24 hours on. Granted, those are band-aid solutions. I am not talking about how to get to the root of them and lovingly solve them and work through them, right? These are just simple tips that you can use to estimate and be more realistic about your to-do list. And I will be doing a video on both of these things because I used to have both of them. If you want to be the first one to know, hit the subscribe button below. If you do want to do a little bit of self-coaching around perfectionist or procrastination tendencies, feel free to just get out a piece of paper right now, pause this video, and just write down, ask yourself why. Why do you think that you are being a perfectionist when it comes to this task that you are taking hours and hours on? And why are you procrastinating starting things? Like, just ask yourself why. Really, that's like the greatest question, how to get down to the root and get closer and closer to healing it. And if you feel guilty about pushing your tasks back and back, then you need to check out this video that is gonna come somewhere on the screen. That is the 3 things that you miss when you write your to-do list, because that video is really going to get to the root of why you keep pushing your tasks back and why you feel so overwhelmed and overworked all of the time. If you love this video and you got a super awesome tip from it, feel free to comment that tip below. I would love to get to know how this video helped you and how you're going to start implementing this.